Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, it was on Sunday, President William Samoei Ruto decided that he will be attending Sunday service in Kitui County, and of course we analyzed some issues as far as Kitui politics is concerned. But there is something emerging on what exactly happened as far as the issue of politics in the church, politicking in the church is concerned. Because what we are learning is that when William Ruto was in Kitui County, it's like some of the politicians were forcing the preacher to hurriedly finish the service and allow politicians to speak. So even the service ended up halfway, because the bishop now had to give way for William Ruto and the politicians to speak in the church. So what we're learning is that Ruto did not go to attend service. Actually, he went to politic in the church. Because how do you get to the church? Then you are harassing the preacher in the church. No wonder people are always calling Ruto Deputy Jesus. So it's like the Deputy Jesus was in the church yesterday. The preacher was not happy, but he had no option. Because even the pastors themselves have allowed this thing to happen. They have allowed William Ruto to play politics in the altar. They have been running advert for William Ruto, and now Ruto has totally captured the church. And it is time for church to pay back in a painful way. I saw what Tuko shared, by the way, and of course I went deeper to check on the video to confirm exactly what happened, because I had not watched the video to the end. This is what Tuko posted. President William Ruto attended a church service in Kitui yesterday. However, during the service, Ruto's men repeatedly went to the pulpit, seemingly asking the pastor to finish sermon and invite politicians. At one point, the preacher wanted to invite his fellow, but Chipkizi went and stood beside him, ready to take over from him. Please, wacheni tumalize vizuri, tutaingia kwa hiyo. The preacher pleaded while shaking his head in regrets. This is the truth. This preacher was harassed. He had no option. And as much we know, Ruto went there with a new car to give to the preacher. I wanted to watch this video shortly to understand exactly what was happening in that church. Then you tell me in the comment section if really the church has already been captured or the church is still in the safe side.
Ibada ya pili yetu inaanza saa 5. Kwa hivyo ninaomba msamaha kwa washiriki wetu wale wanaendelea kuingia kanisani na sisi tumemaliza ibada. Ni kweli. Sasa hiyo ndio ya kwanza, ninaomba msamaha. Ya pili ni niliambiwa nitaita mtu mwingine, nimeambiwa I am here smart. It's okay. Niko na mpangilio, niko na mpango, nimepangiwa vile ninaenda, na ingine ikiingia ndio nina. Jameni, nataka kusema jambo hili na nimuite mwenzangu ambayo tunafanya pamoja. He is my equal partner. Hakuna mtu ana assist mwingine. Mimi na Mike tuko katika kiwango kimoja. Kwa hivyo Mike, utaendelea kujipanga, na ikiwa si wewe ni wewe utaita mwingine, maana hii ingine siwezi kuipindua. Ngoja. na Mike yako wa huyu, please waje tumalize vizuri, tutaingia kwa yale. Ningetaka clarify Okay.
Mr. Honorable MP.
Oh, see where
I can meet a direct.
Oh, sawa.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Hey, do the big and kuya. Hi. Yamen.
Now we are continuing with the final discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not yet subscribed. My humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once you release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our returning subscribers and anyone who top comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, you have seen it by yourself. This pastor was disrupted not one time, not two times, not three times. It was several. And the issue here was that harakisha president anataka kwenda. So in as much you are bringing the car to the pastor, your business is not only just to help the preachers in the church, but Ruto's business is a focus on 2027 general election. There's no any other way we can describe this situation. The truth of the matter is that Ruto has captured the church and the altar has turned into a political podium. But again, the blame will go largely to the preachers, the bishops, the pastors. They are the ones who welcomed William Ruto to the altar. They gave him a chance. They allowed him to learn even, they were running Ruto's advert even during the service. So Ruto is like, he's just like God. In absence of God, then you have Ruto. That is what he believed. That is what in his mind. But he has been going to an extent of even misquoting the Bible. Wrong verses, wrong chapters, just to fit what he wants to say. Even Moi, despite the fact that Moi was somehow a dictator, and of course we can allow him for that time because huko nyuma tulikuwa na serikali tofauti. He was just the second president, and we understand how he had suffered within the operatives zile zilikuwa pale. But in as much Moi was to some extent a dictator, he never missed the church like Ruto, true. But again, Moi never did politics in the church. Anytime he went to church, if he's allowed to speak, he will just stand up and greet the people, sit down. And then outside the church is when Moi can give his speech. That means Moi never played politics in the church. Even he never campaigned near the church. He will even get out of the church, then there will be media, and he will say something if he has to say. So it will be media briefing, not even a campaign. But Ruto has launched his campaign right at the altar in the church. And who told him everyone in that church is supporting him? We are aware Kalonzo will be on ballot. This is Ukamban. Who told him all of these people will support him? Who told him? So in as much you want to look like a man who cares more about the church, a man who is generous to the pastors and bishops, there is nothing like generosity. There is interest. And his interest, it is all about safeguarding his seat as the president. And Ruto has started the campaign for 2027. The car he took to Kitui, it was not for free. He is on his journey for 2027. He is even insinuating that he gave Kalonzo a job. Which job? He did not. But he wants to look good. Though we understand that akina Mutua wamepata kazi pale. It's not for free. He has a focus. And it is allowed for Ruto to do that. But how do you go to an extent of controlling a bishop on the altar because you are in a hurry? So between the politicians and the preacher, whom should the congregation listen to? The members of the church came to listen to the preacher or politicians? Is there no place to do politics and a place for worship? These people came here for their spiritual nourishment. They want to refresh, listen to a preacher, preach to them, give them hope, let them get back home. Hata wananchi wako na njaa. Lakini mwanasiasa amekuja hapa, anakimbiza mchungaji amalize service ndiye aongee. Na watu wanataka kuongelesha mara ya kwanza wako njaa. Wamekuja tu hapa kuhubiriwa ndio waendelee kuwa na tumaini. But you come in, you want to take over the altar. There's no any other way we can describe the issues Ruto is doing as of now. The only way we can describe what Ruto is doing is what we call church capture. Ruto has captured the church, and the church is heading to a wrong direction. He came with the politics of generosity. But if you look into that, the end goal, there's no generosity there. He has his focus and he knows what he wants. So if we are talking about people who are drunk, tofauti ya mlevi na mtu mwenye amepeleka siasa kanisani iko wapi? Yule mwenye amelewa Jumapili na mwenye amepeleka siasa kanisani. In fact, even yule mwenye amelewa Jumapili ako tu sawa kuliko yule mwenye ameenda kanisani, number one, to disrupt the service, and number two, to take politics in the church. People came to listen to the word of God, but you are changing, you want to politic in the church. So they will miss what they came for. Who is the worst here? Who is the biggest Satan in the church? Who is the Satan in the church? Who is doing the wrong business in the church? Kama kuna siku Yesu alikuwa anapiga wale walikuwa wanafanya biashara kanisani, then Ruto ako hapo. People need to be serious. Because if this is what we are going to find in the church, and by the way, this one is a president. By the way, this is a president. A president. So all we have been seeing, the altar they staged at the official residence of the deputy president, yote ilikuwa hot air. The altar they have mounted today at State House, all of this issue is hot air. And this hot air has been confirmed in Kitui. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my take. See you in our next video.